And I'm surprised I haven't had any lag issues.
Hey there, welcome to or back to my channel. Obviously this build and this video isn't going as planned. Unfortunately, the Hangman's Alley Slums will forever be incomplete. Now, this really isn't a surprise. Normally I go into builds with a bit of planning. This one was really just kind of experimental for me. It was really pushing the limits of this fairly small settlement, and it was not a shock in the least when I began having issues. Also, due to my internet situation, I cannot update an extremely important mod used for this build and can't film a silent tour, so I will simply give you a walkthrough of the footage I do have. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how this settlement looks. I at least did the structures first, so it kind of has a complete look to it. But walking through, I'll kind of show you some areas that I either didn't get to or had to scrap just to save some frame rate, because it was rough. I had a little bit more like store clutter over here because this front area was kind of the junk shop that I put together. Over where the windmill is, this construction house, I have some footage of what I did have in here. I just, like I said, had to scrap it due to frame rate. I just couldn't even walk through this place. I definitely had to keep this little diner bar I made over here. Most of it was pieces from CVC Dead Wasteland, but I was kind of hoping I could get settlers into this build. I knew I wouldn't, but I was hoping I could, so I could at least have like a bartender behind here, because it looks really lived in and I like the deco a lot. And then last but not least, the apartments. They may look alright, and I had a lot planned for this area, but unfortunately just about every one of them is empty. This is where I really started having some of my issues, and it wasn't going to finish. It wasn't going to work out. I really tried. I gave it like a month break and tried coming back and tried working on it, but it wasn't meant to be. This is the building I was working on when I first started having crashing problems, and I really liked how this little house came out. Like, of course it had to be this one that I started having issues on, but I had a baseball theme with a memorabilia shelf and everything. Probably definitely reuse this shelf in other builds, but not for this one. And then I was fortunately able to save the greenhouse up here. I could have scrapped it instead of the baseball one, but honestly, I just didn't even feel like coming up here at that point. It was working fine with it still here, so I kept it. Thanks so much for watching. If I eventually am able to re-download the mod that I need, and enough people ask, I might come back to this build to try to get a better tour or edit or something in for it. But unfortunately, these things just kind of happen in settlement building, and I hope you at least enjoyed this for what it was. If you want to see more of the areas I wasn't really able to cover, like the bookstore, everywhere else up top, go check out part 1. It's a little more in-depth and covers my favorite part, the railroad hideout. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to end this, but thanks again for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Keep an eye out for my next video. I promise it'll be a lot better formatted than this one, and the build will actually be complete this time, I promise.